Have you ever wondered what it feels like to step into a place where time seems to slow down, where the air tastes cleaner, where silence itself feels alive? Imagine a country blanketed by forests, dotted with nearly 200,000 lakes, where winters are long and mystical, and summers glow with endless daylight. This is not a fantasy land from a novel or a dream drawn by a painter's brush. This is Finland, a nation often called the happiest country in the world. But what does it actually mean to live in the happiest country? Happiness is not something you can touch, weigh, or measure like gold. Yet Finland consistently appears at the very top of the World Happiness Report, year after year, above wealthy giants, above sunny paradises, above nations with much larger economies. Why? What secret lies hidden in this quiet northern corner of Europe, between Sweden, Norway, and Russia? And what is it about Finland that makes its people not just survive, but thrive, in a land where snow can swallow entire cities? To begin understanding, you must first picture the land itself. Finland is vast but sparsely populated. Forests stretch like a green ocean, broken only by shimmering lakes that reflect the sky, as if they were mirrors carved into the earth. In winter, the landscape transforms into a white kingdom. Snow covers the ground, lakes freeze into glass, and trees bow under heavy blankets of ice. The cold is biting, sometimes dropping to 30 degrees Celsius. Yet the people here walk calmly to work, children play outside, and life continues with a quiet rhythm. In summer, the same land explodes with light. Days are long, nights almost vanish, and nature blooms with a fierce beauty that seems like a reward for enduring the dark season. So living in Finland is not just about enduring the climate. It is about building harmony with it. The Finnish relationship with nature is deep and spiritual. For centuries, forests have been their source of life, for food, shelter, warmth, and peace of mind. To this day, even in modern cities like Helsinki, Tampere, or Turku, nature is never far away. A short walk from downtown can take you to a park, a lake, or a forest path where silence rules. For the Finnish soul, silence is not emptiness, it is presence, it is comfort. But Finland is not only about landscapes and quiet roads, it is about people. Reserved perhaps to an outsider, but honest, reliable, and deeply rooted in values of equality and community. Here, personal space is respected like sacred ground. People do not rush to fill silence with words, and conversations may appear minimal. Yet beneath that calm exterior lies a strong sense of trust and integrity. In fact, surveys consistently show Finland as one of the least corrupt countries in the world. When you begin to explore Finnish daily life, you encounter traditions that are both simple and profound. Chief among them is the sauna. Imagine sitting in a wooden room heated by stones, steam rising as water splashes against fire. This is not luxury, but a way of life. There are more saunas than cars in Finland, from private homes to lakeside cabins, from office buildings to even the parliament. In sauna, social barriers disappear. People talk honestly or sit quietly, letting the heat cleanse body and mind. Sauna is more than a bath. It is a philosophy of balance, a ritual of renewal. Education is another key to Finnish happiness. Forget the stereotype of endless exams and competitive pressure. In Finnish schools, children are not ranked by test scores. Instead, they are encouraged to explore, to ask questions, to play, and to learn without fear. Teachers are respected professionals, often holding master's degrees, and they enjoy freedom to design lessons that inspire rather than intimidate. The result: Finnish students consistently rank high in international comparisons, but more importantly, they grow up with curiosity intact, with confidence in their own pace of learning. Education here is not just about success, it is about shaping well-rounded human beings. Singed, of course, Finland's welfare system also plays a role. Healthcare, childcare, and social support are accessible and strong. Parents do not fear medical bankruptcy. Students do not drown in tuition debt. Workers are protected by law and supported by unions. This safety net does not mean Finns are lazy. On the contrary, it allows them to pursue meaningful work and a balanced lifestyle. Happiness here is not about constant consumption or chasing luxury. It is about security, equality, and trust. Yet we must not romanticize Finland into perfection. Life here comes with challenges. Winters can feel endless, with only a few hours of daylight. Seasonal affective disorder, or winter depression, is a reality many Finns face. Learning the Finnish language with its complex grammar and unique vocabulary can feel like climbing a mountain for newcomers. And living in Helsinki or other major cities can be expensive. Housing costs are high, and fresh produce in winter is often costly. Still, even with these difficulties, Finland holds something rare. It is not a land free of problems, but a land where solutions are sought with patience, honesty, and collective effort. The people here do not boast, they do not rush, they do not need to shout about success. Their happiness is quiet but deep, woven into everyday life. In a cup of coffee shared with a friend, in a walk through a snowy forest, in a child's education free from crushing pressure, in a society where trust is not a luxury, but a norm. And so, what does it mean, really, to live in Finland? It means waking up to silence and clean air. It means walking through streets where safety feels natural. It means living in a society where people trust each other, where the government is not seen as an enemy, but as a partner. It means sitting in a sauna with friends, sharing stories, or simply breathing. It means enduring cold and darkness, but also witnessing the magic of the northern lights dancing across the sky. And perhaps this is why Finland is called the happiest country. Not because life is easy, not because the climate is kind, but because people have learned the art of balance. They have created systems that support equality, traditions that nurture well-being, and a culture that values both silence and community. Happiness in Finland is not loud. It is subtle, steady, like the heartbeat of a land that has learned to endure, to adapt, and to cherish what truly matters. And yet, what truly captures the heart of Finland is not only the forests, the lakes, or the northern lights. It is the people. Finnish women in particular are often seen as the soul of the nation's resilience and grace. They are independent, well-educated, and strong, carrying with them a quiet confidence shaped by generations of equality and freedom. In Finland, women were among the first in the world to gain the right to vote and to run for office. Today you will find them as leaders, scientists, artists, and entrepreneurs. But beyond their achievements, what stands out is their spirit, a blend of strength and softness, honesty and warmth, independence and loyalty. Meeting Finnish women often means meeting the essence of Finland itself. Reserved at first, but once trust is built, their kindness shines. They value sincerity over small talk, depth over surface, and equality over pretension. Beauty here is not only in appearance, but in the way they live, naturally, authentically, without the need to impress. So when we speak of life in Finland, it is not just about the landscapes, the saunas, or the education system. It is about this balance between men and women, between silence and conversation, between solitude and togetherness. It is about a society where respect is mutual, where opportunities are shared, and where happiness is quietly cultivated in daily life. And perhaps that is the greatest secret of all. Finland's happiness is not loud or flashy. It lives in the way people care for one another, in the equality they defend, and in the strength and grace of Finnish women who continue to shape the nation's story. Life in Finland may be cold on the outside, but once you step closer, you will find a warmth unlike anywhere else in the world. And if there is one image that lingers in the memory of those who visit, it is often the women of Finland walking through the city streets in the quiet northern light. Independent, confident, yet effortlessly elegant, they carry themselves with a natural beauty that is never forced, never exaggerated. They are not just admired for their appearance, but for their spirit. In conversation, you sense honesty. In their lifestyle, you see freedom. They don't need to pretend, they don't need to follow trends blindly. A Finnish woman is most radiant when she is simply herself, whether in the middle of a snowy forest, enjoying a summer lake cabin, or sipping coffee with friends in a cozy cafe. This authenticity is what makes life in Finland so magnetic. The nation's beauty is reflected in its people, in the way women and men live side by side with equality, respect, and shared responsibility. It is not about perfection, it is about balance. It is not about appearances, it is about truth. So, when we talk about Finland, the happiest country in the world, we are not only talking about policies, landscapes, or education. We are talking about a way of being, a way of living where silence is respected, nature is embraced, and relationships are built on trust. And in that trust, in that balance, in that quiet strength, you begin to understand why life in Finland feels so different. It's not the absence of problems, but the presence of something rare. Dignity, equality, and the kind of beauty that shines from within. It's not just a place you visit, it's a place you carry with you, and once you have experienced it, the forests, the lakes, the saunas, and yes, the unforgettable women, a part of your heart will always remain in the north.